Hello, and welcome back to Real Expectations Movies, Anticipation, Reality. Today, I am going to talk about The Mandalorian and Grogu, a movie that I walked into with pretty tempered expectations. I grew up on Star Wars, but I was not expecting some massive masterpiece or some universe changing event movie. I just wanted to be entertained. I wanted action, good atmosphere, and a reason to care about these characters again. And honestly, that is what I got. This movie is not trying to be Endgame, nor is it trying to completely reinvent Star Wars. It's a more self contained adventure built around Mando, Grogu, action, spectacle, and the relationship between these two characters. And for me, that worked. The action scenes were entertaining, especially since I watched it in Dolby. The sound design had weight. The movie felt physical. The blasters, the ships, the creatures coming at you from every direction. Everything had impact in this theater. There are multiple sequences in this movie where I was just sitting around thinking, yeah, this is fun. And sometimes I think people online forget that entertainment is all that matters. Now, one thing that kept bothering me after I saw this movie was the backlash. Not because people disliked it, everyone has different tastes, different strokes for different folks, but because the reaction felt so fake, so much harsher than the movie I actually watched deserved. And I finally figured out why. I think a lot of people are no longer critiquing the movie they watch, they're critiquing the online conversation around the movie. They're reacting to expectations, franchise fatigue, YouTube outrage, replace it with TikTok now, social media narratives, and culture war nonsense. And the version of the movie they imagined in their head before they even bought the freaking ticket. Because when I look at this movie directly and honestly, I see a pretty clear emotional theme running through it. The movie is about care, responsibility, reciprocity. For years, we've watched Mando protect Grogu. The relationship is built on that protector dynamic. Mando is the strong one, Grogu is the liability. But this movie flips that emotional rhythm. There are moments where Grogu has to take care of Mando. The movie does ask the audience to sit with vulnerability instead of power fantasy for a little while. And honestly, I think that made some viewers, you know who you are, uncomfortable. Not bored like you say on your TikToks, but uncomfortable. Because the movie slows down and asks one simple question: empathy instead of adrenaline. What are you interested in? This is the line the entire core of the movie revolves around. The old take care of the young, and the young take care of the old. He even goes out his way to say this is the way so you get it. Whether you love the movie or not, I do think that idea works. It gives the relationship actual emotional progress instead of keeping them frozen forever in the exact dynamic of the TV show. Now, do I think the movie is perfect? Hell no. Pedro Pascal is underused. He's a very strong actor, and sometimes it does feel like the movie does not fully take advantage of what he can do outside the helmet and armor. I do also understand why some people wanted a larger or large stay story or something that pushed the Star Wars universe forward. But I think some viewers are grading this movie against the pressure surrounding Star Wars, Disney, instead of grading it on the movie itself. And for me, when I strip away all the internet noise and just focus on my actual theatrical experience, sitting in that theater, I had a great time. The action worked, the atmosphere worked, and I left entertained. And that is all that matters. Not every movie has to redefine cinema to succeed. Sometimes a movie's job is just to entertain the audience and remind you why you liked these characters in the first place. For me, The Mandalorian and Grogu did enough of that to be a hit. My final grade would be a B. If you enjoyed this review and don't like online screaming matches, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if this movie worked for you. And I will see you in the next one.